This video is part 4 in the Absolute Ministries mentor training and the Absolute acronym. And this one is titled Operate as an Intentional Friend. This takes what? Intentionality, doesn't it? We have to do it on purpose. It starts out a little bit robotic, if you will, or forced. It's going to feel that way. That's normal. But as you engage in the friendship and the relationship and build it, it'll become more fluid. As you are thinking about ways to operate as an intentional friend, think about time. What is the most valuable thing we have, right? That's just it, time. And if you value this person, you are going to spend time with them. Now, it's going to look different for everybody, right? It's going to look different based on your member, what they have going on, the different commitments that they have. But you should see consistent, intentional, semi-structured time together in order to execute the goal of being and operating as an intentional friend. This individual, I'll just say it, in general, does not know how to have a healthy relationship. Okay? It is becoming more and more the norm in society. What does a healthy relationship or friendship look like? And we are all glued to our devices. It is not ultimately helping our ability to engage in healthy relationships and this, right? It's becoming a pastime. But in order to help this individual arrive at a new way of doing life and doing it in a sustainable and successful manner, your example and willingness to lean forward in what be a little bit uncomfortable for you is going to be life-giving to these individuals. So if you feel weird about it, that's okay. If you feel uncomfortable, if you're like, ooh, operate as an intentional friend, I don't know how to do that. What does that look like? Okay, that may be the far end, but it's okay. It's okay. God will help you. The Absolute staff will help you. We can give you ideas. One great way to lean forward and engage is just to find something, a commonality that you guys have, whether it's a hobby or something you enjoy talking about, anything to create that relational space to where it can gel and you can start to build on that. Operating as an intentional friend is a big deal. Last key point. Be an encourager, I would say 85% of the time. And this is covered in the text, but I wanted to make note of it again in the video because it is that big of a deal. Oftentimes, it's normal or too normal for correction to be the focus. When you think about a mentoring relationship or discipleship, that word gets thrown around. We think about correction. Oh, I need to really, they need to know the right way. And that is true, okay? That is true. I'm not taking anything away from that fact. However, you first have to earn the relational equity to have that space in their life. They are not going to listen if there is not a trusted individual there. So don't focus on those things in the midst of your relationship, certainly at first. We say encourage 85% of the time and provide correction or constructive criticism 15% of the time, okay? You have a part to play in this individual's life. When you think about a storyline, maybe in a book or a movie, there's characters, right? And there's a central figure, okay? Let's pretend it's your mentee, the Absolute member. in their story, you are going to play a character. Are you going to be the hero or are you going to be the villain? Oftentimes, that gets determined by how they feel, ultimately, the feelings that are attributed with what you are contributing to their story. Now, we don't get caught up in feelings. I'm not saying that, right? Feelings don't trump everything. I'm certainly not saying that. What I'm saying is you have to be strategic and mindful about what you're saying, when you're saying it, and if it's receivable, right? And in the midst of saying something or a truth that needs to be said, are you saying it in a way that gives them the best possible chance to respond well or correctly? That is how we should be addressing issues, because what matters the most? That's a question. What is it that matters the most? Yes, certainly God. But beyond that, what are we all here surrounded by? People. What is the heart of God? People. People matter the most. Let's give them the best opportunity to respond well. We'll see you in the next video.